The following is a presentation of OPTV.
Great putts, great moments. It's on Putt-Putt.
You're exactly right. He will not be disappointed. He has the most positive attitude on the PPA Tour that I've ever seen.
He has to have a positive attitude. He works with juvenile delinquents in Atlanta, and it looked...
Ooh, she caught the left and left, and
That's my first name for this round.
and it came at a great time.
Well, it's my family.
Oh yeah, you caught it the block. It is in. Well, let's see. I'm gonna tell you. I got the perfect title for this one. Tournament out. David slays Goliath. David slays Goliath. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Opie Roberts. We're coming to you tonight from High Point, North Carolina. Getting ready to have our Thursday night local. Tonight we're playing on course number 2. And we'll be playing on this course for the last time in about a month because we will be playing on course 1 for the next few weeks ahead of the Southern Putting Tour coming in. You can see out here we've got 12 players. And it looks a bit overcast. We might have a thunderstorm, but according to the radar, it might skip over us. Our conditions here in High Point, the temperature is 77 degrees with a south-southwest wind right now at 11 miles an hour, and the humidity is at 55%. All right, let's take a look at our pairings for tonight. All right, so we have the 12 players you see listed here. Rick Baird won last week, so he'll be the first to tee off tonight. And now let's get underway. And now a quick announcement concerning our schedule upcoming.
Play course 1 every local until the state event. After today. The rails were painted this week, so it's a good time to practice. Things have changed a little different. The other announcement is Mr. Rick Baird has qualified to compete for a world title in Portugal. So you guys wish him luck. He'll be leaving tomorrow. And then we'll go straight to the US Open.
Represent.
So I'll be here another week and then I'll be. But thank you guys. Good luck. Have fun.
And we are now underway. And speaking of Rick, here he is on the tee to lead things off. First putt of the night will be just right. So a tap induced for Rick to start his evening, and his playing partner is Stephen Matkins. Tap 2 is pushed out right. Stephen should get his 2 as well. right, now the hole 2. Rick going with the straight shot, and it goes in. First ace of the night here in High Point. And Steven looks like he's going to get it as well. No, it tailed off to the right as well. So tap in par for Steven. Go to the second pairing. This is Brett Dubin leading off.
I said, if I make it.
That 2 is short. Tailing off to the right, and he'll get his 2. And his pairing partner is Keith Waters. He gets the first ace on hole 1. And we're back up here to hole 3. Got Steven putting for his 2. Makes it there, and let's check out Keith now on the second hole. And Keith is left. And Keith's gonna hit the par putt from the back rail. And this is hole 4. The zigzag hole. You can see the ball just barely gets past the point of that triangle there on the right rail. We've got the ace there. And we'll see Steven's tee shot. And Steven just caught the right lip, and he'll get his 2. There's Brett going to tap in his par there on 2. And here's your third twosome of the night, and on the tee is Vanette Walk. And Vanette's going to miss right as well. She's going to be putting this at the back rail for her 2. And she missed it there. I think she was in a tough line there. Pipe being in position there.
Come on, Rick. Hey, that's garbage.
And her partner tonight is Dale Krotz.
You need some damn carbohydrates.
I better run across the street and get a cheeseburger. Snickers bar, baby.
And swinging hard, that goes in. So good start for Dale. Let's check out Keith on 4. Just got past the tees. And he's going to get his 2. We'll go to hole 6, our first look. Get Bird on the tee. That's pushing out right. And he'll tap into his par and see if Vanette can recover from the bogey on the first hole. She will not. She'll have a 2 there. And here's your fourth pairing on hole 1. This is Randy Simpson on the tee. And Randy missed it. Lagged it just a bit. He'll get his 2. All right, his playing partner is Rory Boyles. He's short there. That's a par. And on the tee at 3, this is Vanette. She will get the ace there. Good putt. Back to even par for her. And this is hole 5. Just briefly look at it. We'll get more of it later. And Brett tapping his 2 there. And let's go to hole 7. up and back hole.
Sometimes it does what it's supposed to, and when it doesn't, you look like an idiot.
Rick's tee shot. Lining up all right. Okay, off the block and crossover. And he'll pick up his deuce. Back over the 4. Dale came up short and missed to the left, and he'll get his 2. And back to 1. Next to last pairing. And on the tee's Mike Alley. Mike missed to the right. He'll get his 2. His playing partner is Mark Wood. This is kind of a familiar twosome here because the last time these two gentlemen played together, they were playing for the Match Play Championship last year. It was won by Mike Alley. Mark flipped out left. And Mark's going to space it out off the right rail and putting for a 2. Meanwhile, let's go to 3. Let's get Rory on the tee. And that's going to sail off to the right. And he'll get his 2 there. And let's look at 9. First look at the signature double hump hole. Rick's tee shot. Went in front door, good putt. And let's look at hole 5. First look at it from the tee mat. This is Dale Krotz. And Dale is about 3 feet from par, which he'll get. Back over to 4. Andy Simpson for his 2. And here's Roy on the tee. That is left, and that's going to be a deuce there. Final pairing of the night now on hole 1. And on the tees, Dylan Robertson. Dylan is short, and that'll be a deuce there. Okay, and his partner tonight, Chase Ferguson. And Chase is off to a good start with an ace there. So all 12 players on the course. And for the first time, we're going to go to the 8th hole. And it's Dale on the tee. And didn't hit that one. He's got about 4 feet for par. Push that deuce putt. We'll go to 12, which is the drop-off hole. Rick on the tee. Rick got that tee shot to go. Good putt. And we get a swing over to 11. There's Keith Waters on the tee. Keith did not hit it, but that's short. Alley on 5 for his par. What you got? Now Vanette's on the tee here at 9. She pushed it and might not even get up the hill, no. She'll putt this along par there. Here's Steven on 13 on first look at the Y hole, and he just pulled it a bit. Well, pushed it a bit. He's left-handed. I forgot that. So he's putting this for 2. And he got the deuce. Good putt. Go back to 6. Mike Alley pushed that one, and that's going left, and he'll putt this for 2. And let's go over to 12 again. Here's Keith on the tee, and that missed there to the right. He'll have that too. Randy Simpson on the 8, it went left, and he's got a 2 putt there. We'll go back to 6. Rock pushed that one. Just missed the right lip there, so he's going for 2. Look at 10 for the first time. The triangle blind hole. Holes on the back side of that triangle. And that got the tee shot in. Good putt. All right, we got Chase putting on hole number 4 for his par. Chase apparently hit the block apparently and went over. Got to this position. Got the deuce. Back over to 11. But that missed on the left, and so tapping that deuce there. And back over on 7. Mike Alley going for his 2. And let's look at Mark on the tee. Nope, straight kick going to be in play for a deuce. Back to 9. Randy's tee shot is off to the left, and it will be a tap-in deuce. And let's see, Mike Alley on 8. And Alley got that tee shot to go. Good putt. On the tee at 5, Chase Ferguson. That was too strong and didn't get the allowable kick there off that right rail, so he'll have that too. Back over to 8. Mark's left it short, so he'll get it 2. We'll see him on 6. Good putt there for Dylan. To 9. Mike's tee shot. Oh, it pops in. Good putt. All right, we'll zoom up to 17. This is our first look at the hole. Riggs tee shot came up short. The hole's at the back rail. And it's up against an incline of about maybe 3 inches. So he'll tap in his par. And Mark went on the tee at 9. Slow down. Good putt there off the back hump there. Got Randy Simpson on 11. That'll be in there for Randy. Good putt. Quickly to 6. Let's go to 7. Dylan on the tee. Should be in. Good putt. All right, through 18. Here's your ramp hole. Rick Baird. Oh, you hit the hole and he's in trouble. One of the worst places you don't want to be. And he'll have to examine that deuce putt in a moment. Let's go over to 11. And Mike flipped out. Might have hit a little too firm. That's why he never tried to break back into the hole. So he's going to pick up his deuce, and we'll move back now to 18. This is for a par. It will not go in, so he'll end up with a 3 to close the first round. All right, we'll see Stephen Mackens on the tee. That is to the left after hit the back rail, and he's got a tough deuce putt, and that putt breaks left coming back that way. No, he caught the left lip, so he'll get a 3 to close his first round, and we'll go over to 9. Dylan's tee shot. Up the hill and front door, good putt. We'll stay on the tee and Chase Ferguson on the tee. And Chase got that in front door, good putt. Back over to 18. Here's Brett to close his first round. Going front door. That'll be a deuce there. Let's go to 13. Mark Wood on the tee. That is just right. It does break a little right as it comes up that incline. Actually, you have to push the ball a little bit to the right, then it tries to work its way back to the left as it goes up that incline. But Mark's going to get his 2. And let's go back to 17. And that's with the straight shot. That's not going to get to the hole. She's going to get herself a 2. And Mike on 13 got that tee shot in. Good putt. And Chase on 10. Slid off the rail. Hit a bit later than he should. He's got a deuce putt there for about 4.5 feet. See how he plays it. You can make it straight to the hole, but it does have a break to the left, and Chase read the break perfectly, so he got us 2, and now we'll go back to 18. And that will get it. Nice putt. Dylan missed left on 11, and he went behind the block. He's got a difficult deuce putt there. We'll try to capture it in a minute here. And the second round is underway. You can see Steven made 1. He's now on the tee at 2. Okay, we'll get back that way in a moment. Let's check out the deuce putt here on 11. Oh no, now he's in bigger trouble. Now he's putting from 3. All right, up to 17. Rory for his 2. I'm sorry, that's Randy, not Rory. Rory be on the tee. Okay, Randy got the deuce. Here's Rory on the tee now. Rory did not get it either. Left that one short. So that's a par for him. We go back to 11. Dylan walks off the hole with a 4. And Chase will make that one. Good putt. All right, now we'll head back over now to hole 3. You can't see, but Rick Baird's on the tee. And, oh, looked out. Looked good off the back rail and it just caught the right lip. So he'll tap in his par. And to 12. Chase missed left and he's getting himself a deuce. Let's go back to 18. Rory's tee shot missing left and he's in the area Rick was in. So he'll putt that for 2. Steven on 4 for his par. And that puts Rick on the tee. Nice smooth roll. It should go. Nope, tail off left. And that's going to give himself a 2. We'll move over to 13. Chase's tee shot. Is in. Nice putt. All right, let's go to 5. And Steven's tee shot. And that is short. Less than a foot from the cup. So he'll pick up his deuce and Rick will be on the tee. Yikes. Well, that was late, and that's a tap-in deuce there. Went to 4. Brad on the tee. Missed left there. And he gets his 2. Mark on 18. This left front door, and he'll get his 2 back to 4. Keith is left as well. And over to 1. Okay, but that got her 2. And let's check out some scores. Okay, so the last group is still on 15, so we're going to wait to see what their scores are in a few moments here. But right now, it's a pair of 27s out in front. Rick Baird, despite that bogey on 18, he's got one of the 27s. Mike Alley has the other. And then we've got Keith Waters and Dale Crotts both at 28. Okay, let's return to the course. And here is Vanette on hole 4. That's going left. She's going to get herself a deuce. And here is Rick on the tee at 8. And Rick's tee shot is left. So we'll head to 17. Chase is good. Good putt. And let's look at Dylan on the tee. Nope, it's have to swing real hard off there. And he'll wind up getting a 2. And with that on the tee at 5, missed that one to the right. She's going to get herself a par. And Rick on 9. As you heard during the pre-game announcements here, Rick is heading to Portugal to qualify for the World Championships there later on in the year. Rick's going to wind up with a par there. And we had the 18. Okay, Chase will get it. Good putt. Raising his arm with the putter in hand. And here is Dylan wrapping up the first round. Dylan's going to make a 2 there, it appears. So the first round is completed, and we go back to 10. Rick got that one to go. Good putt. There's Rory on 4, missing left there. He's going to get a 2, and let's move over to 8. And there is Brett Newman. That's missing right of the cup. He'll get his deuce. Mike Alley made hole 4, or hole 3 rather. And look at Randy on 5. That looks good if it's got enough speed. No, just short. Back to 4. Just mark on the tee. He's going to hit the cheese. And he got a good break there. He's on the plus side of that block. Keith's going to get his 2 there on 9, but that little gesture there was a little bit unnecessary. Let's look at Mark going for his 2. And he pushed it, so that'll be a 3. Back on 9. Brett's on the tee. Turn nicely. Will stay out, so he'll get his 2 there. And here is the other first round leader, Mike Alley, and that's presuming Chase is not in at 27 or better. Nope, he's short. So let's go to the clubhouse and check out the scores from the first round. So Chase shot 26. So it'll have the first round lead by 1 over Rick Baird and Mike Alley, and up by 2 over Keith Waters and Dale Krotz. Let's go back to the course. And we will resume play here on hole number 9 with Dale on the tee. That started out left. It might have a shot to go back in. Yep, good putt. And we're going to 12. Hold that one. Oh, it turned in nicely. Good putt. All right, we're going to go to 14. This is our first look at the hole. Now you got a straight kick. one of the holes I hate the worst here. All right, Rick got his 2. Right on 12 for his par. Makes a good putt. Walk up here to 10 and see if Annette's tee shot going in. And let's zoom up to 13. His teeth on the tee. Short. And not too happy with that putt, so he'll get his 2. And over to 11. That
Right, girl.
on the tee. She'll get that one to go. Good putt. All right, we'll head back to 13. Brett made a good putt. Okay, first look at 15. Rick's ball is lipped in. Good putt. I have no idea why they keep doing that gesture. I'm not going to follow that. I know it's Chase, but why?
I've had 3 aces on
Steven on the tee. Should go in too. But no, it tailed left at the last second. And we had to 9. Randy got his 2. And let's look at Roy on the tee. Looks good for Roy. And it stayed out left as well, so he'll tap in his 2. Our first look at 16. Rick's tee shot. Yeah, it looks good for Rick. Good putt. All right, let's go to 8. There's Mike Alley. He's on the back rail for par. He got it. Good putt. Randy Simpson for his 2 on 10. Makes it there. Got Rory on the tee now. Should go. Good putt for Roy. And Rick's on the tee at 17. That's right. And he's got about 3 feet for par. Okay. To 9. Mike's tee shot. And it flipped out, hit the block, so he's got a 2 there. And here's Randy Simpson on 11. That hit the block, so he's got a 2 there. Let me look at Mark on 9. Mark is going to be rocking over up the hump, and it's in. Nice putt. And here's Rick on 18. His closing of the second round. A lot better putt than the first, and it's going to be missed to the right, and he'll get it 2. And we go 16. Keith is going to be short, and that's a 2 there. All right, we'll go to 8. Dylan's on the tee. All kind of hopped off that tee mat. Still gets though. Good putt. And here's our first look at Chase in the second round. Chase leading the opening round with a 26. Now that's slid. That's heading down the hill. He's at the back rail for his 2, and we'll move back over to 17. Keith's tee shot should go in. Good putt. Into 10.
That's a good shot.
And Mike hit the tip, and Mike's going to give himself a 2. Over to 18, we've got Brett putting for his 2. Got the drop area. Got it, and this is Dylan's tee shot on 9. Makes it there, good putt. Keep down the tee at 18. Front door. And he's at the back rail, so he'll putt that for 2. Here's Chase on the tee at 9. And Chase caught the lip. It's heading behind the block. So he's got a par putt that's going to come off the front hump there. We'll watch this in a moment. Let's go to 12. Mark's tee shot. Just caught the right lip. And it stayed up top of the back rail for his 2. Jason studding up that deuce putt here on 9. And he gets it. Good save. Rick Bear nodding in approval there. All right. Here's Mike Alley on 12. He missed left, and he gets his 2, and we'll now head back to the clubhouse. Okay, so the first third of the field are in after 2 rounds. Rick is at 57, and Keith is 3 back at 60. On hole 3, we got Steven on the tee. And he's right, and he's going to get his 2. All right, we'll check out Keith on 1. Starting his final round. 3 back of Rick starting the 3rd round. And he fortunately hit the pipe on the left side, so he's got a clear shot for a deuce. And here's Rick on the tee here at 3. Rick starting the 3rd round even through the first 2 holes, and he got a big kick there off that left rail. He's going to wind up getting a deuce. All right, let's go to 2. Brett is short. He's going to wind up with a par. Keith down the tee. Gonna be left again. He's going to wind up with his 2. Back to 4. It's going to be 0 for 4 to start his final round. Let's go to 13. Chase missed. Oh, he got it. Excuse me. Rick's going to tap his 2 here on 4. Back over to 3. And Brett tapped his deuce. Here's Keith on the tee. Wasting no time on that one. And that's left. And he's going to get his deuce. Back to 5.
Mine just slid.
And Rick is now 0 for 5 to start his final round. Rick's going to get his 2. And Dale is on 1, going for a 2. All right, we go to 4. He's tee shot back to his left. So he's going to get his 2 to 6. And he's now 0 for 6 to start his final round. What in the world happened with that tee shot on 2? Dale pulled it. And let's see how he does with this deuce putt. That's all you can do basically, so he'll get a 3. And let's go to 5. Are we going to see an ace on this hole? Now Keith on the tee. Oh, wow. That was a nasty slide there. Over to 7. And Rick short. It's going to be a par there. He's now a par after 7 and 18. I think Mark back the hill. It's going for 2. All right, he's going for 3 now, and we head to 17. And Chase's ball is right. Oh, he got in, okay. All right, so he gets his ace there. And let's go to the clubhouse. All right, Chase and Dylan are about to finish their second round. Rick's at 57, Mike's at 59, Keith's at 60. However, Rick is now 0 for 8, Keith is now 0 for 6, and Chase just took a 2 on 18. We'll get the score in just a second. Here is Rick on the tee at 9. And Rick's going to have ducks on the front 9. All right, so Rick is par of the front 9. Keith is par through 7 with all ducks. Vanette, I think, is two under after 6, I think. There's Steven's tee shot, goes in, good putt. All right, we go to 8. And Brett's tee shot is right. That's a par there, and we'll go to 1. So Mike Galley starting his third and final round. And he's behind the pipe. So he's going for a tough deuce putt there. He's got to bank it off one of the rails, either the left or the right. Go ahead and announce here that this is going to be our last tournament on this course for about a month, as the next 4 tournaments coming up. Yes, 4 will be on the other course, course 1. Well, we'll go to 10. Southern Putting Tour will be here for Memorial Day weekend. Rick will get it. Good putt. Actually, it's not Memorial Day weekend. It's the last day of May and the first day of June is when they're playing the Southern Tour. Mike got the deuce. Nice too. So Rick is finally on the board here. We'll go over to 11. Rick's tee shot. Now he's made the last 2. Back to 8 or 9. And Keith. He too parred the front 9, just like Rick did. All right, let's go check out all the second round scores. Okay, so Rick has the second round lead in the clubhouse at 57, but he deuced out the front 9. He's now 2 under after 12. He does have the lead by 1 over Chase Ferguson, and he's up by 2 over Mike Alley and Dylan Robertson. All right, so we'll go back to the course. Rick Baird is on the tee at 13. Mike Alley took a 3-on-2 just now. And Rick has made 3 of his last 4 now. And looking at Keith here, he's now even through 11. So he's had ducks on the first 11 holes. Here's Steven on the tee. 13, he is just short. All right, let's go to 3. It's Mark Wood on the tee. Mark's just left. And he'll tap into 2. Let's move up to 14. Get the focus in place here. I'm doing my best here. Rick missed, so he'll get his 2. Back to 3. Mike's going right around. It slid off. He's going to do his 2. All right, he stays 1 over on the third round. Back to 1. All right, Jay starts with an ace there. And now Billy on the 2. Dylan missed it there. He's going to be clear for a 2 over 4. And Mike missed left. All right, we're going to try to get Rick on 15. Doing the best I can to watch the ball. And he got the tee shot, I think. So he's 4 under now. Chase has made hole 2. So currently Rick will be at 89 with 3 to go. Dylan got it, so he's 1 under through the second hole. And then we had the 5. Got past the block and he's short there, so he's got a 2 putt coming up. We go back to 3. Okay. All right, we'll go back in a minute. We'll go to 16. We just made 4 under par over the 6 holes on the back, and he's going to be getting a 2 here. Chase on 3, left it short. So he's getting a 2 there. So he'll be 2 under after the 3rd hole. Back to 6. Mike's got it, good putt. So back to even par for him in his final round. Dylan on the tee on the 3rd hole. Got it. No, whipped. So he gets his tap in too. Let's go over to 17. Rick's sitting at 89 with 2 to go. And he got that one. That's him at 81, back to 4. And Chase missed left. That's a 2 there. Mike Alley took a deuce on 7. Chase stays at 2 under par on his final round through the 4th hole. Now Dylan on the tee. And Dylan rocking over to his left, and he'll have his 2. And now to 18. Rick Bear now to finish out his night. For a round of 30, it's going to be right, and he's going to get his 2. Alright, so he's got 88. And Mike Alley made hole 8. He's at 1 under. Alright, let's look at Keith on 17. Somehow he finally has honors. And Keith got that one to go. Good putt. Let's go to 9. That's pushing right. And it will stop just in front of the cup, and he'll pick up his deuce there. And let's go to 18 right quick. So Mike is currently at 94. Should go if it rolls down nicely. Yep, nice putt. to 17.
Bogey on 2 didn't help. I need another 12 like I did first round.
Nope, Vanette's going to miss right, and she'll have her 2. Let's go to 5. Chase makes it there. Found an ace on this hole. Puts it at 3 under. All right, let's look at Dale on 17.
Too hard. I'm not doing much. 6 again.
7?
6.
6. And you were what, 61?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What did he shoot?
Not good.
Okay. He was one ahead of me.
Yeah, he did. He missed like the first 11 or 12
Wasn't that
at
bad?
least. All right, so here's Mike on 10. And when in front of the block, let's go back to 6. And Chase pulled it. It's going to be hitting this for 2. All right, we'll see Dylan's tee shot. And Dylan just grazed that right lip, and he's going to be getting that too. Let's move over to 11. And Mike Alley, well, he got the ace there, so he's back to 2 under. Over to 13, that's Randy Simpson. He caught the left lip, and it rolled down through the incline, so he'll putt this for 2. Let's look at Mike Alley on 12 right quick. Mike's not out of it yet. No, he missed left. Back to 13. Okay, Randy's going for 3. All right, he's going to pick up a 4. Let's go to 7. Oh, came off that back rail pretty strong. And Chase is now going for 2. And he'll get it. All right, now Dylan on the tee. And Dylan missed us to the right as well. All right, we'll go back to this group in a minute. Let's go check out some scores.
See that back there? There's nothing.
You got a mole on this
All right, so the score to beat right now is 88.
Yeah. There has not been a round in the 20s since the first round. Just playing
Good
hard.
observation. I did not notice that.
Yeah.
All right, well, Chase is on the tee at 8. We'll go there now. Mike Alley on the tee at 14 with the ace there. So at best, I got him at 4 under. There's Dylan on 8, getting his ace. Two. All right, Mark on 14 is going to get us 2. I'm going to look at Randy Simpson. Well, he's on 16 putting for par. he'll get it. Nice 2. And we go to 9. Chase, who's at 58. Makes it there, so he goes to 90 now. Back to 15. Mike's tee shot. That looks good. Oh, it lined up like he was good, and it just caught the left lip.
Gotta make the last 3.
What are you now?
I'm only 4 under.
All right. Well, last 3. Well, he's at 88's the leader, so.
Well, the best I can do is 89, man. Oh no.
88.
80. Say 3 holes left.
You're 59, right?
Yeah, I have to make the last 3 to tie.
Yep. Chase made 10. Putting him at 5 under. Puts him at 89 at the house at the moment. Dylan, who is 2 under and at 93. And he's at 92 now with that ace. And there's Roy on 17, going for his 2. Got it there. Let's go back to 16. That's going to be right. So Mike is not going to be able to catch Rick there. And we go to 11. Chase hits the front block. And he'll tap it his 2. We go back to 16. Mark got it. Good putt.
Can I buy that one off of it? Good putt.
Back to 11. And Dylan 2 hit the block. So a par for him. We go back to 17. Mark's tee shot does not swing over, and he'll have his 2. Back to 12. Chase got that one, and he's now tied for the lead. Let's go back to 17. And Mike walks in, good putt. So currently he's at 90. He's got 1 to go. Back to 12. Dylan caught the lip, and he's heading down. Let's go to 18. And this will get him at 89. Put him 3rd at the amongst the leaderboard, but he pushed it out. And he'll go for 2. We swing over to 13. Chase is tied with Rick for the lead here at 88. So he needs a combination of 11 strokes over the last 6 holes. And that just missed left. So he'll tap the deuce from the back rail. Let's go back to 18. And Mark will get a 2 to end his night. So that leaves Chase and Dylan left on the course for about the next 8 to 10 minutes. And Dylan got the ace there. All right, he's still in. He's at 91. So he's not out of it just yet. Dylan started the final round at 59, 2 back of Rick. He's now at 4 under this round, putting him at 91. And that's just missed. So he'll get his 2. All right, here is Chase on the tee. No, kicked hard, and it's going to be a deuce there. All right, so we got 4 holes left. And we're on 15. Dylan will be first on the tee. Dylan missed the left. And we'll have to make this deuce. And Chase makes it. So he goes to 87 now with 3 to play. We just sneaked past the point. Jace will go get his 2 there. And Dylan on the tee. Still 4 under on his final round. And it will miss left there. He'll get his 2. Down to the last 2 holes, but Chase going to be on the tee first at 17.
Oh, if that would have curved in.
Alright, I gave myself 6 for luck.
This is a
We're 45.
45.
45 and 33.
I thought you were going to say I was on 45.
Oh, actually, you got a 1 the last. You got a 45.
Oh, I was so lucky. I was so lucky. Bro, we're not playing hockey.
Chase, backdoor, and it's in. All right, so Chase needs a 3 to win.
Tonight, do I have that much? Oh,
that's way off.
Dylan will get his 2 there. They missed. Oh, he got it. Okay. All right. All right, so here's Chase on the tee at 18. And that's in. So he finishes with the round of 26. I'm sorry, 27. That put and gets him a final total of 85. And now Dylan to close out our night. Alright, he's going to be putting this tough deuce putt here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I was still before the tournament started.
You forget something?
And there's a par there, and that concludes our tournament for tonight. Congratulations to Chase Ferguson on his second win this season in High Point. And let's check out the final scores. Okay, so Chase shoots the final round 27 to win by 3 strokes tonight over Rick Baird. He shoots 85. Rick finishes at 88. Those are the only 2 players that broke 90 tonight. And we had 4 91s in a tie for third. That'd be Keith Waters, Vanette Block, Mike Daly, and David Robertson.
Alright, so we need a roll off here for the extra dollar.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up here from tonight here in High Point. We'll be back on course 1 next week at 7:30. So for all of us here, I'm Opie Roberts saying good night, and we'll see you later.